How strong was the Special Forces captain's alertness? He just casually glanced up at the security camera in the hallway, and immediately sensed something was wrong. All the camera angles were off, as if someone was secretly watching his every move. Without a doubt, the surveillance system had been hacked. The man grew more certain his instincts were right, because along the way, every camera was precisely aimed at him. He calmly walked into the monitoring room, flashed his badge to identify himself, and then asked the staff on duty if they had noticed anything unusual with the system. They replied everything was normal, but the man knew things weren't that simple. He felt a pair of eyes staring at him from the shadows. The man wasn't someone to mess with. In one swift move, he cut the main power supply. The entire surveillance system went black instantly, and even the hacker's signal was lost. Then, he quickly checked every corner of the room, and finally found a strange device under the desk. He asked the staff if they had seen it before, but both shook their heads repeatedly. So, the man decided to take it back for analysis. He still felt things weren't right, and needed to return to base ASAP to crack the device. But as soon as he reached the hospital entrance, his nerves tightened again. And he had no time to escape, so he dove straight at it and covered the explosive with his body. However, after a few seconds, the expected explosion didn't happen. How embarrassing. A Special Forces captain had been played for a fool. What made it worse was, the culprit even taunted him with a drone in the air. Now the man had had enough. Today, he was going to settle the score. He immediately gave chase, but how could someone on foot outrun a drone? So, he scanned the area and locked onto a police car by the roadside. The unlucky traffic officer was busy writing a ticket, and didn't notice his car had been borrowed. The entire police system was stunned. In broad daylight, someone actually dared to steal a police car? Just a few minutes later, SWAT teams quickly surrounded the area based on the GPS signal, but the man only had eyes for the drone flying farther away. To yield to pedestrians, the man had to stop. But by then, a large number of SWAT officers had closed in. The man knew there was no way he could explain himself now. Sure enough, in the interrogation room, this elite soldier was tightly handcuffed, yet he still felt someone was watching him. It wasn't until his chief of staff arrived to vouch for him that he finally regained his freedom.